You tuned in to the 7-day theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
What do you mean, what made me say it?
Why would you say that?
Why would I say it?
Do you know the history behind it?
What do you mean?
No. What do you mean? If I ask you, you got shoestrings in your shoes, you said, what I mean, do you know the history of the common due to blackface?
Yeah, of course I know the history.
So you basically like, nah, we ain't talking about this. Not how I respect. I ain't doing that.
No. I'm completely fine to have the conversation.
You don't want to do it.
No, I do. I would love to. Well, no, what's the issue? If Drewski, first of all, comedy should be allowed in the world, right? Do you believe in that? Do you believe in comedy?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
So, but that's an oxymoron, and that's a footy of mine. You said comedy should be accepted because blackface is not comedy. It's disrespectful to a culture of people that got dark skin.
So do you think whiteface is disrespectful?
Whiteface, white chick's a movie. How is it disrespectful?
I don't think it's disrespectful.
Me neither.
I think it's funny. I think we should all be able to.
Blackface ain't
And
funny.
no, but this is exactly my point, though. This is exactly my point, though. Is that it's a double standard. Everyone should be able to make fun of everyone.
History behind it of bruising us, bruising people like me.
And that's why I just wanted to have the conversation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. No, I'm not saying I'm right. I just like to have conversations that challenge the mind. And that was all my point was with bringing it up.
Hold on, love. I'm going to tell you the difference between liking and understanding. First, I respect what you like, but you got to understand who you are and the volume and depth of what your words can do and what they mean, respectfully. But I've seen you, I talked to you, I know people that know you. I know you ain't know how deep that word was. Because you got niggas like me, brother, that just want to get active on people like that. Because you know better than a cape on his head. So that's basically what you said, like what you stand for. You just don't know that. Now, what you stood up for,
I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, let me break it. That's the fact that I just said all this and you didn't understand it. You don't even know the history behind the comments you made. It was just, it's not like I'm being serious. I want to educate you, bro, because y'all ever some you making jokes about, bro. Folks' grandmama experienced that torture in it. You know what I'm saying, bro? So ain't nobody experienced torture with no white face. But a blackface with
but I think,
red
but again, we can go into like all of this. Like, people are oppressed, different, races, all of this stuff, and people should be able to make fun of it. Like, if I'm Jewish, bro, and people should be able to make fun of that, no matter what happened or what people went through.
Nah, people can't make fun of Jewish, Muslims, Christians, and that. Because I come from an era where you don't disrespect religion. You don't even talk about it. It's respect.
Yeah, so I think you're a more serious guy.
I'm not
and
serious.
I'm a more like, let's all make fun of each other and be bros. I'm friends with blacks, whites, purples, Mexicans, all of the above, girls, boys, Indians, all of that. So I think you're like really serious.
I do too.
You're really serious. You're a serious guy, and you're like, I don't want to make fun of anybody. I'm the opposite. Like, let's all make fun of each other. Let's all roast each other.
Now that's your side. But Waka, how am I serious? You don't even know me if you said I'm serious. And I ain't got nothing about being Jewish or black or this. I'm not talking about race. Bro, I don't care about what you're saying. That don't got nothing to do with what you're talking about. Man, I'm not serious.
You guys see how politics are judged?
Yeah. No, this not politics. This education. This how I grew up. Like when I made jokes how he did, the difference between him is I got punished for that. Hey, Waka, why you out here running your mouth doing, nigga, you know, this happened with this. You don't make fun of white, black, this, because this, they educated me. I seem serious because education is serious, okay? Like, I don't want you to be blindsided somewhere about it. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be bros. Nigga, I joke with everybody. My friends are like a bag of Skittles. We from every nationality, every color, every race. But it's not about everybody being oppressed. It's about you acknowledging oppression with everyone because God gave you a status to be somewhere to talk with with empathy, with morality, with integrity. So basically what I'm telling you is they got history behind that. Like, bro, like real deal history, bro. Like I'm sitting here because I did some Amsterdam when people made face. I never knew what blackface was, so I went out the country. And I watched people dress up with black faces on their face, bro. Mad at Amsterdam because they was mocking us. But then that shit.
Yeah, I think if they're mocking, then that's one thing. If it's like comedy, that's why I love comedians, is because they can get away with like saying and making fun of anyone or anything. And that's why I said I loved Drewski's skit. And by the way, I'm a Republican and I'm white, and I think you should make fun of white Republicans who are.
You're going too deep. What you're doing is gaining traction. Like, are you serious? Something? I'm not doing it. You're wrong. Boom. Well, I'm just telling you. It's not about Drewski. Not about none. It's you. I ain't have to talk to you, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just a real nigga. I hate. I'm sorry that cameras is here, bro. I never did this in my life.
What up, my people? Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. If you don't know, Drewski did a skit. He put on makeup, looked like a white Republican female. Hilarious skit. After that skit, Logan Paul said that, oh, maybe I might. He was on a podcast and he said, oh, I want to do blackface because it should be fair and blah, blah, blah. He said he was talking about how he wanted to do blackface because Drewski did whiteface, right? Waka Flaka confronted him on that statement and on that idea. And shout out to Waka Flaka for really confronting him and educate him in a real way. But this is what I can't stand that people do. They try to equate whiteface that has no historical place in racism at all. Understand when I say that sentence. Whiteface, this is what I can't stand when people try to say, oh, well, you did whiteface, so blackface is okay. It's not the same thing, my nigga. Whiteface has no context as far as being racist in any time, and in any time in America. The only way that whiteface and blackface could be considered the same thing was if black people were the majority in America. If we was the majority in America, we enslaved white people. We gave y'all freedom, but then we still put laws, Jim Crow laws like that was in place, and still segregated you, still treated you like second-class citizens, still implemented systematic racism in all the institutions in America, right? Even though you're free, you're still looked down upon, you still can't get certain jobs, you're still not paid the same as a white person, right? Unless we did that, and then in the context of that, then we did whiteface, making fun of the fact that look at these white minorities. Oh, look at that, look how stupid they love whatever white people love doing. We just made fun of it, right? Or we tried to stereotype them, and we put on whiteface and tried to make them look like dumb, ignorant, stupid savages, right? Unless we did that, you can't say that, oh, whiteface, we should all be the same because what you did, Drewski did whiteface. Whiteface is okay. There's a white chicks movie, but why can't we do blackface? Because of what I just said. That's why. That's exactly why. They're not the same thing. And to me, like, even go look at go back and do your history. If you don't know the history on black, go back and look at them videos from the 40s, the 50s, when white people was putting on blackface. They was literally making us look dumb, stupid, savages, ignorant, not intelligent, poor, right? Those are the things they were trying to portray on us. That it was really propaganda. Now, and even in the way that they didn't just put like brown makeup on. I'm talking about back when blackface, back when America was racist as hell, right? When we still had Jim Crow laws, and those videos back in the day of blackface, like they didn't just put no brown little makeup on. No, they put the darkest black paint they could find, and then they put the reddest big red lipstick to make their lips look like they're big as hell. Like just it was really a caricature. Like it wasn't even an accurate depiction, right? You look at the Drewski skit, yeah, he actually kind of looks like a white woman. Like he kind of looks exactly like some white woman out there, right? It wasn't a caricature where he's making fun of how they look. He just representing himself to look like another race and another gender. It wasn't a caricature. It wasn't like this blown up, overblown cartoon character to make him look crazy. But that's what blackface was, right? So these things are not the same at all. And then another thing, Jake Paul did the classic thing that white dudes do when the race is brought. I got two black friends. I'm friends with a black guy at work. Like, not just because you friends with black people don't mean you can't be racist. Like, knock all that off. I've witnessed it myself. People will mingle with black people and say some other shit when they not around. when we not around, or say some underhanded shit but still try to be cool with black people, or like it happens. All right, the fact that you got a black friend, that don't mean shit. And also he said comedians, this is why I love comedians, because they can say whatever they want. Yeah, that's not a real thing. In my opinion, just because you're a comedian, that doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want about whoever you want. No, that's not. A comedian is a job title. It doesn't give you freedom to do what other people can't do. Other people can say exactly what comedians say. And also, putting on blackface, that's not words. That's an action. All right. So also comedians just can't do anything they want. All right. So to say, oh, that's why I love comedians, because they can do anything they want, that's not true. Or say anything they want, that's not true. And blackface, that's not a word. That's an action. That's doing something. So his whole argument was wrong. I was surprised that Waka Flaka didn't know what blackface was until he went out the country. Like that really kind of surprised me. But at least he got educated when he did know about it, because still today, in like this year, I don't know if they stopped her, but recently in Amsterdam, he said he went there and people were put on blackface and was was mocking black people. I knew about blackface when I was like a teenage, like early teens, because I went back and I look into history, and I wanted to know my history and to know the history of America, right? So I was really surprised at that fact. But shout out to Waka Flaka for really educating him, and he didn't do it in a disrespectful way. He didn't, you know what I mean? He was really a little too cool about it, in my opinion. Like, he was apologizing at the end and shit, talking about he never did this. This was his first time doing this. And at the beginning of the clip, at first he tried to not even have the conversation. He said, you know what, the cameras is here, I'm not even gonna do this. And he tried to shake his hand. And Jake Paul was like, no, I'll have the conversation. It ain't the same thing. It ain't the same thing. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. 7-day memberships, $199 a month. If you do sign up for the membership, I will shout your name out in every video. Shout out to John Paul. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.
You're now listening to the 7-day theory. Hard body, hard soul, hard